Hey guys, Silent here. So, due to popular requests, I'm going to be talking about some Crucible tips. So this can mainly focus on map awareness, radar knowledge, crosshair positioning, and just a few more little information that may help you guys. So I will try to keep this as brief as I can, but I can't promise that it's going to be a very short video. So we're going to start with movement. So every class has their own specific movement that can make them either very good or very bad. It's up to you what you prefer, but I'm going to give you what I personally use and what makes it really good for me. So starting off with hunters, hunters have strafe jump, which when used they go from one direction to another in a very short amount of time. So for example, if you jump to the right but then double jump to the left, you will instantly change direction, unlike if you use something like high jump or triple jump. This just makes it a bit more consistent to confuse your target and all that kind of stuff. Next is Titans, and once again, strafe jump. It kind of just makes it a little bit easier to control your movement during the air, because aerial movement isn't the best in Destiny. But if you want to, you can also use catapult lift, which gives you a burst of momentum, which could give you a little bit of boost to the direction you want to go. Next is Warlocks. Warlocks don't really have a jump that can give them amazing aerial control, but what they do have is burst. So burst gives you kind of like catapult lift on Titans, where it's just an initial burst of speed, but where Warlocks do exceed at is Icarus Dash. Now, I think by now a lot of people know what Icarus Dash is and what it can do, but if you don't, Icarus Dash is an ability found on Top Tree Dawnblade, and it allows you to dash. So if you're in combat and you press a key or a button on your controller, it will dash you in the direction you are either looking or moving towards. When a Warlock dashes, they then have 2 charges per dash, and then they have a 5 to 6 second cooldown. After that, you have to wait for that cooldown to go before you can dash again, but when you're in combat, that goes really quick. One thing Warlocks also have is the speed. Now, not many people know how to do this, but basically what you do is, you jump, you activate your glide, and then you dash. Right after. And once you exit the dash, you then jump again, and then dash. This will give you a lot of speed, and it can actually put you in the distance away from supers. So let's say those scary spectral blades is chasing you. Doing this method will get you very far ahead of them, and you could probably kill them before they get to you. I mean, if they run away, then obviously they run away. But this can make the gap really big between you and your target, which can give you the upper hand. Alright, next we're going to talk about radar. Now, radar is a little bit hard to explain, but I will do my best. Credit goes to FalloutPlays, who did an amazing 2 videos on this. I will link his channel in the description. So we're going to start with the inner circle. This is the close range, or what people call the giving you a hug range. And this detects enemies where they're 5 meters or less. Okay? So if someone is 5 meters away from you, they'll be in this inner circle and it'll be blinking. However, if an enemy is above you or below you, the circle will not be filled in. It will have a little outer ring, and that will show that someone is either above or below you. It won't be blinking, it will just be a still color, but just remember this. This is now the mid layer, so this detects enemies when they're 6 to 23 meters away, so it's a pretty big jump. Something to note is that if there are more than one target, the color will be brighter. This is now the outer layer, so this is like the very outer ring of the radar, and this detects people from 24 to 47 meters. This is a pretty big range. Like, if you're standing at the back tree of Bannerfall, you can detect people from basically the stairs. One thing to remember is, think of your radar as a pie. Top Tree, Night Stalker, and Hunters have a little bit of an advantage here, because they actually have a perk. They actually have a perk called Keen Scout, and what this perk does, it basically gives You sprint and sneak faster with enhanced tracker. This enhanced tracker is pretty good because this basically makes the tracker, or the radar, sorry, a bit more split. Something to note, crouching does not make you invisible. People get this so wrong every single time. Crouching does not put you off the radar completely. What it does do, it just makes the radar blink slower, okay? If you actually have the invisibility perk, though, from hunters, whether that's Vanishing Step or Vanishing Smoke, that will put you off radar. Okay? That's also Flawless Execution. That also put you off radar. So something to note. Alright, so now we're going to talk about something that isn't really game sense, but it's more about you sense, if that makes sense. So this is going to talk about your aim, your sensitivity, what you can do to increase your sensitivity and your aim, just to make it a better experience. So I'm just going to give you some basic kind of suggestions that you could do to maybe improve your aim if you are struggling on mouse and keyboard. And that's going to start off with play the game. The most obvious one, but the one that people just don't do. Play the game. If you just play the game, you will just get better at it, okay? It's called perseverance. If you keep doing it, you're going to get better, right? If you don't want to play Crucible, then go do some strikes. Practice on AIs. Practice on random PvE enemies. Go through lost sectors. Just try to increase your aim as much as you can. If you don't want to play the game to increase your aim, then something that I would recommend is something called AimLab, which is a free game on Steam, which is an aim trainer. So you can play stuff like tracking, you can play stuff like flicks or accuracy, stuff like that. There's a lot of different things to try in AimLab. Now, just want to say, I'm not sponsored by it. I just use it quite a lot because it's very helpful. So that's basically it. What's on screen now is just a little spot on a map called Distant Shore, which is a very disgusting spot that you can go to surprise your targets. But I hope you found this helpful, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If you want me to watch me play Destiny, I stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But I don't just play Destiny, I do play other games too, so keep that in mind. I just want to say, if you do come and chill, I don't try in Crucible. I tend to just have fun and chill with you guys. So if you're there for a very high skill game, it probably won't be there. But my link will be in the description. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. See ya!